Thank you for coming to our TED Talk. Okay. Can I look for the camera? Good morning, guys. We did not get an intro filmed the day that we did this, so it's actually built and painted by now.
We didn't do it by ourselves. We had to call my dad to come over and help us, but we're learning a little bit at a time how to do things on our own. With his help and guidance, we were able to get it built in one day. However, we didn't get the painting done the same day, but that didn't take long.
We kind of picked a rough week to do this. It rained for 2.5 weeks straight after we built it.
We also thought we had all of our materials together, and as we went along realized that we didn't have everything we needed. The website that we got the blueprints from, it didn't have a list, which we're going to put a list in the description below. And
re-say that.
Okay, the materials are going to be The materials are going to be listed in the description below so that you can make sure to have everything ahead of time, and that'll make the process much smoother.
We're going to include a few clips that we took that day.
So hopefully with the material list and the blueprints, which is more than what we had to start with, that should be able to get you through, along with a little bit of video.
So without further ado, let's jump into this video.
Ow! Go ahead, sorry. Nobody is watching. Quit looking at the camera.
Still have to tell how we what we did and how you left an indent in my butt.
Well, dang, I didn't know your foot was under there. Okay, so some of our video quality might be a little grainy. We were swapping around cameras. We just did the best that we could. But in order for y'all to be able to see everything we did, or not see, we promise we're going to get better at making these videos. This is our very first one, so just hang in there with us, and we're figuring this out as we go.
Please stop, please, I'm begging. It's a brrr.
So I went ahead and got 100 foot of the 4x2 galvanized fencing that we're going to use to put around our coop. 5 2x4s that are 12 foot long. Actually, what I did was I went to our local lumber yard and they sell stuff that contractors give back. These have clearly been sitting around for a while, and that's okay because they're treated and it's still good wood. I got a whole truckload full for $60, so that was a steal. We're gonna add this poultry netting, which you can use. Hardware cloth would be better, but everywhere that I looked was sold out, so we went ahead and went with the poultry netting, and that's okay. It's 24 inch, and I got 24 inches high, and I got 50 foot because that's going to be enough to go all the way around the coop that we're building. It's got 1 inch mesh, so the holes will be small enough to where no predators can get in, and that'll be good at protecting our birds. A gallon of barn paint, and this is really good because it's already mixed and ready to go. We get this at our local Ace Hardware. 5-pound box of staples. These are just U-shaped nails that you use for the fencing to hammer to the 2x4s. I got the 1 1/4 inch. It's 5 pounds of nails. That should be plenty to get us through. These are just wood screws. These here are the, well, hello. These are the Phillips head, but the others I think I have already on hand are star head. That's what we'll use to secure all our boards. 2 sets of each of these. hook and eye locks. They were the least expensive route for securing our door on the entrance of the coop, but also the door that's going to be on the back of our coop that we raise in order to be able to collect our eggs. These small hinges are 3 inches. These are going to be used for the doors for the birds. These larger 5-inch hinges are going to be for the large door on the back and the large door on the front. I think it would be important to note that nothing ever goes well when you don't plan ahead. That's the reason that we're in the predicament that we're in now, because we sort of slapped a coop together with the materials that we had and trying to buy very little, and then we would build a little and realize, oh my goodness, we don't have this, so we go back to the store, spend more money, and then oh, we've got a gap over here, a hole over there, so we go buy more fencing or do this or do that. Everything was mixed matched. It's not practical, and so it's become hard to keep the coops clean, to do what we need to do as far as getting everybody put up at night and getting them all out in the morning. Hopefully, since this time we're doing everything at a different angle, it's going to look nice and it's going to be easy to use. All in all, I would say that we've got everything that we need to build this coop in just one day. Hopefully there's going to be a good outcome, and we'll be able to show that this is a better way of doing things.
So we started getting the frame done.
Did you say 96 inches on the height 2x4?
I don't remember, 97, I think.
And then I want to say these in the middle were 42 for these pieces. And then you got 2 10-foot 4x4s for the bottom.
We'll check back in with you guys when we get more done, but this is the skeleton of the coop that we're building today. We've started the floor.
Well, we were gonna put a piece of plywood in for the flooring, and then we decided that it might be better to use this hardware cloth that we have, so that's what we're doing. It was almost big enough to fit completely across, but it wasn't, so we're modifying it a little bit to where it will reach. So we put in a couple of extra boards, the same width as the house.
What we got so far, this is our frame. We'll check in with you guys in a minute. As you can see, we got the wire put up, and we put the chicken wire on the bottom for the little bitty ones. We put the nesting boxes in here, and they got a little door with a hinge on it, so it could stay open or it could stay closed. We got their rail right here, and their little heat lamp in there, and we got the little babies inside with the nesting boxes, and we haven't finished painting it, so technically it's not a coop in one day, but this is how you build it in one day. Okay, we gotta do our outro at least.
What is the outro? God, you're killing me, Smalls.
Basically what we did was some of the stuff that y'all didn't see, just to make sure y'all get the idea, is we built the frame with the materials that we'll list down below, and then we built, like, by the frame I mean the entire thing, not just the house but the whole enclosure as well. So we did the frame first, and then we built the floor. After we built the floor, we put up walls, and we took the wire and started making a fence around the entire thing.
A good tip out of everything is that when you make your doors, put your hinges on where you want your door before you cut your door, because then when you cut your door, it's already hinged and you don't have to do that part. So you make your first cut, then center your hinges, and then cut the around the bottom part, and it's gonna already have that swing. Another thing that we learned since we've built the coop that might be important to note is that you need to put extra netting around the top of your house. There's gonna be a gap at the top so that there's ventilation that can come through for your chickens, and you're going to want to put some netting around that, because our turkeys keep flying out the top of that because they have some feathers in already, so they're able to get up there and they keep escaping. So if you want to keep your chicks in, then it's a good idea to put some kind of netting up there too.
Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and learned something from it. Make sure to follow us on our socials, linked down below. And if you have any difficulty figuring out how exactly we did a certain thing, you can always comment. Click the links in the description, which leads you to where we got the idea for the coop. We will be opening a new business as well, and once that gets done, we'll start linking that in the description as well.
We have big plans.
We're really excited.
We'll also be making future videos about baking, videos about gardening, videos about pet care, videos about things that we didn't know that we're learning as we go. We thought that it might be helpful to start creating some videos for people that are trying to figure the same things out that we are.
But we hope you guys enjoyed, and stay tuned for the next video. It's going to be one to watch.